Alright, so before I begin today's episode of Black Clover, I just want to say, where is my Asta X Sally fans at? Because we truly got that in this episode here today. Man, she is one crazy girl. How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Ranger Flame, and welcome everyone to Black Clover episode 32. Today we uncover the secrets, who is all behind this plan of stealing all the kids' magic from 9 and using it for themselves. I said it in my last review that I wouldn't give you guys, any spoilers towards it, but if you saw last week's episode, of all this scientist stuff, you would guess who is behind all this, and yes, it is crazy girl Sally from the Eye of the Midnight Sun, the ones who attacked the Clover Kingdom, the ones who literally destroyed Leon and he's almost dead. And yeah, so we really get the behind the stories about that. We also get Gosh, Asta, and the whole Hag versus Sally in this fight. We will get more in this week's episode. That's kind of what, this arc is between, is of course the Eye of the Midnight Sun, coming back again and them doing all their devious, horrible schemes. So I'll start from today's episode. So we get, right off the bat, with the opening, after that ends, we get Baha. That's what I'm going to be calling him. The most annoying character in Black Clover, in my opinion. I'm not a really big fan of him. His mission, though, is to get contact, or, to contact some sort of Magic Knight group to help the Black Bulls at 9 for them doing their devious, plans on these kids and stealing their magic, which we see Baha go to the Black Bulls base, him talking to everybody. Well, it's not really everyone. It's kind of, pitch black. Everyone's all drunk, from the Black Bulls, that really they're a special group of Magic Knights. They'll always get drunk, they'll always party, they'll always do stuff that's not Magic Knight related, which they are now. They're building up towards it, but at the start, they're grouping, etc. So at the start, I was happy about seeing this just because of him talking towards Yami, which I'm pretty sure a lot of you know, just from the opening in general, that Yami is going to come and help the Black Bulls out, which I am really excited for that moment in general. I cannot wait, because we're definitely going to see Yami's character and what his magic is. Like I said, I always talk about this in my Black Bull reviews, that Black Clover is such a big cast, and each individual or each arc we get to know someone, they're kind of behind the scenes of who they were to what they are now, part of the Black Bulls, or just part of any Magic Knight squad. So we're definitely going to see a lot of Yami. I won't really say anything more, due to spoilers, in the future of Black Clover. Manga readers, I'm pretty sure you know what I'm talking about. So we get that little segment there, kind of some funny parts in it. I really didn't find it funny. Every time for Black Clover, they always try to have, those comedy moments, and we actually get a lot of that in today's episode, which I'm not really a big fan of, just because, this is kind of, if you look at it, a dark part in Black Clover, really them stopping it. Asta, trying to stop, these individuals that are sucking the kids' magic right out of them so that they could sell it towards money and etc. So the big part I would say we get in today's episode, I guess from background information, everything like that, is the old Hag, and we find out from her that she is a former Magic Knight squad member. She was part of the Crimson Lions, which Leo and Leon and the rest of the group, which we'll see a girl individual later down in Black Clover, which is so freaking awesome. I won't talk about her due to spoilers, but we get her background and kind of what she was before. She was actually the one that taught Leon to become who he is now, the individual that he was. And it's crazy to think, because this is the girl that taught Leon, and eventually he became the captain of the Crimson Lions, and he was the one that taught Asta how to be a Magic Knight and to get closer to becoming the Wizard King someday. So it's kind of a crazy turnaround, which it was the old Hag taught Leon, and Leon taught Asta. So a lot of cool background from her. We also actually get her name in this as well, which is Tricia, the Crimson Lion She-Leopard. I hope I'm actually saying her name right. So that's cool news from her, and we actually see, like what I told you guys before going to this arc, that she is a really strong Magic Knight, or just individual. She went completely in this fight, because when we see this fight versus Sally, we see Asta with this anti-magic sword that, Sally, she's a scientist, she kind of knows the moves and kind of what Asta was going to plan to do or use that, anti-magic sword. So his, I guess, magic or her sword didn't work on her magic at all. We see Gosh trying to attack. Gosh, he can't really do anything whatsoever. So, you know, her using her magic in the plans and her actually affecting Sally's magic, it was really just a 1v1 match this episode. You know, if you look at it, it was a 3v1, but it was mostly Teresia absolutely just destroying Sally and, you know, showing, you know, water magic and what she's capable of. We see, you know, all, you know, the individuals or, you know, the children can become free of this magic spell, and Gosh, the guy that he is, only goes for Mary and just runs away. All the other children behind, which is still a Gosh kind of move. That is his character. You know, he only cares for his little sister and nobody else. But if you watch last week's or, you know, next week's preview of this, you know that he is changed as a different person, which we will see and get into more of his character, because, you know, this arc, it just depends if you guys will like his character individual or not. There's really only one more thing for me to talk about in today's episode, which is Sister Lily. You know, when Teresia was talking to Asta in this episode, we actually seen a background, you know, check of Sister Lily, that she actually used to work with her in 9 in the church before going, you know, to Dodge, where of course Asta and Yuno and all of them are born. And we see, you know, her background of, you know, her talking about Asta. You know, mainly just talks about with Teresia that he doesn't have any magical abilities. He wants to become the Wizard King and that he never gives up. And, you know, Teresia was like anybody else, you know, the one that didn't really believe in Asta, saying, why would he become the Wizard King if he has no magic whatsoever? But we see, you know, from her, and I guess you could look at to Naruto, that Asta inspired her to be someone different. You know, Teresia knew Sister Lily for a long period of time of her character was, and this was a big change to her, that, you know, just doing stuff like cleaning windows or anything like that, you know, just simple jobs that you would do at the church, she's doing more and more and more of it. That really changed her character. Teresia really sees a different side of Sister Lily, that this individual person changed her character to become someone else. You know, this is what a true Magic Knight is, and she really gives, I guess, hope for Asta now, that, you know, this is the person that changed, someone that's a good friend of hers. So that was really today's episode of Black Clover. It wasn't really anything too exciting. I think the only part that was really good in today's episode was kind of the ending of, you know, Gosh, Asta, and Teresia versing Sally. So it was an okay episode, but it will get a lot better throughout this week, hopefully, or, you know, next week, whenever Black Clover premieres, because this is a good arc, but it also kind of felt rushed in today's episode. You know, it was kind of at the point where I feel like this arc is going to end really quickly. Like, it's kind of a really quick standpoint of what they did with today's episode. So I'm hoping it really slows down a little bit. You know, we're probably just going to get the fight next episode, which is going to be really awesome. You know, this fight does get better and better and better, like I said, and towards Yami's character. But a rating with today's episode, guys, I feel like it would just go with a 6.5 out of 10. Just kind of the reason why it's low is it's not really too much exciting. I feel like it's just a one episode standpoint of, oh, this is cool, that's cool. But hopefully it will get a lot more better throughout the time of Black Clover. But if you guys enjoyed my review here today, make sure, guys, to leave a like, comment down below what your guys' favorite part of today's episode was, and subscribe to the channel. That'd be greatly appreciated. But either way, we'll see you guys next week for another Black Clover review. Much love, and as always, have yourselves a wonderful day.